Good morning. Oh, I'm still in runners. All right, I'm in my last one. I'm in 4 more, or I was in 4 more. Now I'm in one. Yo, high key, I forgot that was even on. Is this show orders thing? It's because we're testing this new thing. Me and Levin are testing this new thing. Y'all don't get to know about that yet, though, because we're literally not even working on it actively. Well, he is, I'm not. Yeah, I had to be on my A game today in premium because yesterday I took that shit personal, man. I was in a I was we were in I literally was about to call out calls here. Like I had it typed out and everything. I'll zoom back out. I typed out calls literally in this candle at like 8:48, 2 minutes before this candle finishes. I was on the 1 minute though, but I typed out calls for this candle and they were like 80, 81, 85 bucks. It was kind of between that spread. It kind of kept jumping around on this candle. And I was like, you know what? Nah, let's wait. I don't like it. I was looking at this right here. This is like the high of the previous day right here. This is like the lower high of it. So I just saw this as like a really big area that was being rejected at the time. And I think I kind of let my emotions get to me more than I let the facts, push me in or out of the chart. I just kind of let my emotions step in instead of actually logically thinking and going, you know what? That's a hammer trying to hold over. Let me see what the next couple candles. If I would have waited even just 20 minutes, that fear would have been deleted. Even if I didn't try to make myself, like it right here. It could have been horrible right here, and then I just got a better opportunity. Or I could have found a better, it doesn't need to be just find a better reason for why I didn't enter here. It's why didn't you just wait a couple minutes and see what else popped up? And that's what I should have done right there. In this contracts, I shit you not, I went from it was like 80 to 85 right here in this candle, and I'm not saying we would have sold here, but looking at realistical targets here and here, this contract ran 100 to 300%, and at the high of day, it ran almost 600%. Now, I'm never gonna say we need to be hitting these targets. Like, no, but we should have at least made it to this level, and maybe runners to this level, or halfway of that. 100 to 150%. Who the hell's gonna complain about that, right? So I took that one kind of personal, but I did good on the other end of things, which I feel like not a lot of you guys do on your results. You need to give yourself credit for what you do and don't do. And what do I mean by that? So we didn't enter whatever mistake, you make that mistake. But what's funny is like later on in the chart though, it's like I could have also tried to double dip and make it worse. I could have just randomly bought, and then that would have honestly been just another mistake. Even if I did make money on it, it just would have been another mistake. So at the same time, it's good to also give yourself credit for not doing certain things. God, is the music really too loud? This is what I get for choosing new damn music, man. Alright, let me turn it down. Yeah, I've never used this playlist. This one's called November Edition. Relaxing, copyright-free lo-fi hip-hop, even though it does not sound like any of that. You know what I can do? See how low I have Google? I have it low as hell. I wasn't joking with y'all. Alright, now let me turn this back up. Let me move it up. Go to a different song. Alright, I think we should be fine now. I should be louder than the music. Let me know if it's different now. Well, hold up. Give it a second, VC. I just finished. Let me listen to this music with y'all. Okay, nothing too crazy yet. Alright, y'all don't get music then. No music today. I don't understand why it's so. You know what? Maybe it's just that playlist. Let's do a different playlist. I'll let y'all choose, because I'm not joking. There's about a billion of these things. See, we've done this one a lot. We've done this one a lot. You said turn your mic up. Brother, I can't turn the mic up. You have to turn your volume up. This is as loud as the mic goes. See this? This is my voice speaking right now. See how it's getting to almost 20 decibels? That's normal. I even have this down a decibel. I haven't changed any audio settings. So let's just do this one. Yeah, that's definitely not as loud as my voice. I can even see the equalizer. See how the equalizer is showing my voice at 30, 35? This isn't even getting close to that. Alright, we're all good now? Look, and while you're trying to tell me about music, I'm missing Spy. Come on, man. Alright, let's see what's happening. Reason over Risk. Looks like Daffy's playing PG. Oh, also in Premium, I'm going to start including this little list more. Because I kind of do this on my own. Oh, let me hide some stuff. I kind of do this on my own anyway. Like in my own notes. I'm going to just start posting this in Premium more. Because it's just how I think. But it's just nice because sometimes at night, the day before, you'll get news. Like, I knew about this the day before. We knew about this the day before. You knew about this the day before. Well, this kind of came out at night, too. But more shit came out. You know, more parts of more planes at more airlines are falling apart because of Boeing. Boeing put together some horrible planes. 737 MAX's dog. NVIDIA, AMD, Blue's continuation. That's just kind of like a side note. Same thing for Tesla. Like, I know that it's in a squeeze. It hasn't broken out yet. It tried to a couple days ago. Failed. We had like, what, 4 or 5 red days in a row in that chart? That's crazy. So this chart's definitely going to get some movement. So it's just good to kind of keep that in your head. Do you guys make notes as well, though? By the way, guys, you should be bearish from the open until we see a better break over 472.16. You should be short-term bearish until we see a push over that. And to be honest with you, you really shouldn't just flip long instantly, besides scalps, until we see more info over this highlighted area. I actually wanted to do a new chart with you guys today. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I wanted to show you guys how easy this is. Alright, so it's about 8:55 on the dot. So we'll just think about that. Alright, so it's about 8:55. Let's add some TA routine levels. So we're just going to grab emerging candles on the daily. I've seen a few of you guys do the method where you do the monthly levels and the daily levels. I think that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then we're going to mark the all-time high because that would just be dumb to not do that. I'll mark it orange. Previous day high. Whoops. Previous day high. Previous day close. Previous day low. Previous day open. Turn this on so I can see the pre-market and mark the pre-market. So we got pre-market low, we got today's open, And where is pre-market high? Where'd that be? About right here. Okay, so pretty ugly lines today. Turn this back off because we don't want to see this. And that's it. Short-term price history levels versus, well, yeah, long-term versus short-term. Some people don't like when I say long-term and we're talking about the daily. It's all perspective, though. You still got me checking my audio settings, I swear. Yeah, none of my shit's changed. Decay rate fast, peak meter type. Yep. It's all the same. Output audio. Bit rate. Yeah, it's all fine. Huh. I don't know. Check a couple other charts now. We've been looking at SPY the whole time. Qs actually look very bullish due to the fact of how they opened. They had a lower open, but after how they opened, they moved up, had a nice move down, and now they're wicking and holding this, whereas SPY actually failed under their open and are trying to hold above now. So could be getting some short-term pops here on SPY and the triple Qs, everybody. Do not be surprised if a random pop happens. Look how clean the SPX chart is. Damn, that's cool as fuck. Apparently, this is a solid spot to enter NVIDIA. It came down a bit and held as long as it holds it or comes back. Today, it looks good for higher. I got the starting position on weeklies and may enter a swing further out later, being slightly cautious of the area rejected open, but still bullish larger turn, of course. See, it's funny, like all these other traders, they got to go to Twitter and steal each other's trade ideas. I just go to my Discord and I read my own traders' trade ideas. It's crazy. Got a trade idea here on NVIDIA, got a trade idea here on PG, got a trade idea here on oil. Crazy how that works. It's almost like all those communities aren't actually teaching anybody anything. It's weird. Alright, I'm going to cut that last con. It's only down 5%, but I'm not letting that go red. Cutting last con. 5%. Not letting that go red. Alright, cool. I don't even know what that one did. Let me see. How do you... Oh. Cool. Alright, let's talk about more plays. We like NVIDIA calls. We talked about how SPY and triple Qs are starting to look better for bulls now. At open, they looked like shit, but now they're looking a lot better. AMD, NVIDIA, like these a lot. What else? What are we talking about? Tesla. Can't forget about Tesla. Jesus, thing's moving. I want to rechart this. Is this the default? It is. Let's rechart Tesla together. So we're going to go to the max daily. That noise scared me. I thought I got into a position. Yeah, I actually didn't mean to have that on, so I'm sorry y'all are having to hear that today. I'll turn it off after today's stream. Those are just noises for me taking trades, getting in and out from the premium plays. Well, premium play. Timmy said it's because Stream doesn't have enough likes for full audio privileges. Jesus Christ. Imagine that's a thing in the future, though. Like, we're making that joke now, but that could be a thing in the future. And tech CEOs are wild, yo. Alright, so right now, guys, we're getting emerging candles on the Tesla chart on the daily, so I can look at them on the smaller time frame. Actually, I think I got most of them. Let's zoom this, because I clearly need some 50% levels. So we're going to go from that one to that one. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Just get it on that orange line. If you want to be perfect about it, you can technically do this. You can hover over the thing. It'll say 225.15. You could then delete this, add a level, edit properties, and you could type in the actual 225.15. You can get the exact halfway point if you want. If you want to be super tedious about it. You don't have to be, though. Just be close. See, 239.24. I grabbed 239.26. You probably should change it to 239.25. Keep it a psychological number if you really want to be crazy about it. Got one here. I don't do this a whole lot, but I only have to do it for like AMD, NVIDIA, and Tesla. And I think Meta. Those are like the four I end up having to do like a double halfway point, which you shouldn't do this on mini charts, but this one has a lot of empty space here. And then we're going to go to this one, and that'll be it. And then go to the 5-day, 5-minute. Ah, that looks so much better now. There was just too many lines here before. I don't know what I had going on there. So we're going to do some supply and demand view now. So we have... I wish I could just hide the levels. So we have... What is this? Friday's low. And then we have Monday's low. See how Friday's low is lower? And if you go to like do your demand here, this is what it would look like. Go over to past today's date. That's what that would look like. So you can see Friday's demand was broken technically this morning. So what you're looking for now is a low and a higher low to form, and if so, that is super bullish. Back to at least today's open, right? If this fails, then we're looking for this to possibly dump down to 233.50, because you want to try to get yourself a halfway point in between this level and your next level, and then your next major level, 231.67. So that would be your game plan for Tesla right now. But let's get some supply drawn in here too. So we have Friday's supply. Looks like it broke just yesterday. So we're going to add this high down to this actually down to this close. Just add both. I don't know why I went so far out for that. And that's it. That's everything we need. You could maybe add the close. You could add the high. You could add today's open if you want. But you don't have to add all of those short-term levels. Just be weary of them. You should know they're there. And as I was about to screenshot it to send to chat, it looks like it is falling through, so I'm not going to type it out now. But nice move under the level. I'm glad I got to go over that with you guys live. But game plan-wise, this isn't an entry candle. You really want to see a better retest of this. But if you were happy about this finally breaking a 2-day demand here, where both Friday and Monday we're holding and we're finally breaking it, early shorts do make sense. But these aren't as trade you're going to put your normal amount of risk on. Does that make sense, everybody? If you're going to take a riskier trade, you need to put a less amount of risk on it. So if we're taking a 40% entry, probably need to put a small amount on it, right? Compared to our normal amounts. If I normally put like $500 in a trade, I'm probably going to do a third of that or half of that onto this, because that just isn't a trade I normally like to take. So if you get a retest trade, you get some more pressure under 235s here, then you can apply a normal amount of risk, because now you have more information, giving you more probability, stacking more confirmations in your favor. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Give me a thumbs up or an emoji or something in the chat. I'm just looking at this because this is the one I posted for premium. If they can hold this high or low, this is going to be explosive to the upside. If they can hold this high or low. If not, this is going to fade very quickly because of them trying to hold and giving up. Remember, the best bearish trade is going to be a bullish invalidation. The best bullish trade is going to be a bearish invalidation. So if you have like a 40% entry and they come back down and they break under, that's a big, strong bearish play, possibly breaking down structure or to structure because of that. Because of the created liquidity up there, and vice versa. If you get a lost support and then price takes it back in the next 5-10 minutes, a lot of liquidity sitting right there that they're going to use to that upside move. Leland's tearing up right now hearing me say all this. Tesla does not care. I'm just pushing this in trade floor. By the way, weeklies are up 40% from when I brought up Noxta's play onto the stream. On weeklies, his further out swing is probably not moving too much. Or, he said he's going to enter it later if he still likes the chart. That's right. Good looks, good looks. Amazon got a little squeeze going on here. I hate saying that word, but you do have highs converging and lows converging. That's what a squeeze is. Bro, the price went up. I just got short squeezed. No, you didn't. Tesla low day. Good job. Took that down 34%. Good job, Mel. Good morning, Ace. Everybody say good morning, Ace. He's special. If only there was an easy calculator for that. Oh, my bad. I should have done that, shouldn't I? Here, I'll do it, Lee, then. Sorry, man. I need to be setting a better example. You're right. Okay, I can't move it. So let's just say it was in 1,000 account size. Number of contracts, 5. Contract price, 0.50. Oh, I gotta put this. That's right. Max risk. Let's say I only want to do 15. Damn, I could have done a way bigger stop loss. Alright, hold up. Damn, yeah, what the hell? I could have done a way bigger stop loss. To be fair, I was in a running position, and I didn't want it to go back, so that's why I did what I did, but that's kind of cool to think about. You guys need to be using this, by the way. We can see how many of you can use it or not, so I know which one of you are lying. But this is a really awesome calculator, though. It's really easy. It's pretty simple to look at. It's very clear what's being read out to you. That would go towards Leland's beer, by the way, not mine. SPY's pumping after holding that potential high or low. Same for the Qs, guys. We are getting an explosive move as expected. High or low holding. Very nice. I really thought we were going to dump more, but after seeing the Qs not do anything, that really kind of changed my opinion short term. And then also seeing SPY do the failed 40% entry and then holding that high or low. Those are two confirmations telling me that bulls are definitely in control. And we're either going to the middle of the gap down or to the previous day close. So pretty easy. Go to the previous day close, go to today's open, and you can easily see today's halfway point. So we're most likely going to that. If not, and we fail before getting to that, then we need to again see, do we hold another higher low or continue to hold this base? And if not, then we probably are going to continue falling down. Let me know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll repeat it. Good morning, everybody who's joining in. First Light, CJ, anybody else who might have tuned in. Sorry if I didn't say good morning back. Makes me so happy that you use it. But if nobody else uses it but you, I'm happy. I do use it. I'm not gonna lie. I do actively use it. I can't believe I didn't think to use it right there when I was talking about mine. But no, thank you for that, Leland. Seriously. Aloha's using it. Yeah, a lot of my people are gonna use it, like my closer people. Because it's just common sense. It's so easy to use, and it's helpful. It makes you think about your position and how much you have at risk and how much you should be putting at risk. And I don't know, it kind of like sets a realistic scenario in your head. That's what I like it for. Yeah, I'll check SPX for you, Mel. Sorry, man. I've been meaning to check this more for you. I've been updating these levels like crazy. I hope you guys are... If you're not using the levels, I hope you're at least back testing your levels with my levels so you can see if you're close or not. Because I draw them correct. The only thing that's going to be wrong is either you or me making an emotional mistake, but the levels are absolute. Careful, Aloha. Every time you type that, someone says happy birthday to Leland. Look at this. So in premium, we got me shorting from the basically from the open, 836, 836, and then you go to trade floor, and you got Daffy grabbing longs right after I'm done. Damn. Oh, this is from your overnight, Mel, wasn't it? Yeah, Mel. I knew that was kind of sketchy what you did because it's an SPX overnight, but I know you've done it before, so I know you understood what it can do. Let's go, React. React's probably trader of the month. I'm gonna be dead ass honest. Y'all got a lot of hard work if you want to catch React this month. Eric's pretty close too. It's pretty much Eric, React, and there's another person in here. Who the hell? Misi's kind of close too. I'd give her some credit too. Yeah. Alright, waiting for either a continued explosive move or a final breakdown of the support. Yeah, React's been on fire. And he likes to give me credit, and he likes to give everybody else in chat credit, but he himself has been doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Same for Eric, too. Eric's the exact same way. Like, these guys are doing it all themselves. You know, they ask the right questions, they go through the routine. They're not sitting here trying to be annoying. They're just literally sitting here trying to learn, trying to grow at any time they can. Regardless of life, regardless of family, regardless of having a job. These guys work their ass off. But yeah, good job, Eric and React. Thank you guys for leading by example. Keep it up. Do not let off the gas. This is the beginning of the year. Man, why is this guitar solo hitting so different? Deep. Honestly, another guy who's been kicking ass. Consistently. NQ just scalped 120 ticks, 1 for 2 on the day with an early small paper cut. Okay, nice. Nice. I mean, you kept it small and then you gave your chance to bounce back mentally and with your account. Great job, man. Is Tesla done dying? I need to go back to that chart. Ooh. It went down some more. I would watch for an inside candle if that ever does slow down, but that might just keep flushing. But if you get an inside candle, that could be your first sign of potential slowdown. SPY's still moving up higher as expected. Again, like I said, should at least see this 50% or bottom of this retest here somewhat tested. If not, and they give out gas before that, it could be the sign of a weak buyer move. Just because this is kind of a calculated move here. Dump Tesla all the way to 200. Honestly, if you guys see Tesla at 200 again, the smart people will be buying it. I know you'll see Rambo pop up too. Rambo will probably post like, hey guys, I just got more. I won't even be surprised because that is such a great psychological buying spot. If you really are someone who believes in it long term. Yo, good job, VC. 20% on an SPX call. Great job, man. Did you have a plan? Did you have a plan set, VC? And did you stick to it? Let me know. If Tesla gets to 200, I'll sell my dad's Lexus. Wait, are you making fun of the meme from last time? That guy who like sold his dad's car and then put it on like spy calls or something, or spy puts, or it was something like that, and then it ended up not working out short term but worked out long term, so nobody really knows. Clearly he took the loss, because if he did hold and ended up winning a lot on that position, we would have all seen him on the internet. There would have been a lot of gloating. Yeah, Daffy said, so you are the Lexus guy. That's funny as hell. That was a great meme, to be honest. Yo, what's going on, Daffy? How you doing today, man? You want to talk? You want to go over, or I'll go over the dollar and all that. I keep seeing you bring it up, so I'm gonna keep looking at it too. But I did notice this candle here. I did notice how we reacted again, but held a higher low. It's really an inside candle of that. This was scary because at first it was a large green candle, and then it kind of slowed down. But now we're just still sitting above this base. Like, yeah, we didn't really take anything, but we did take over the support that they lost beforehand. So if they continue holding this, this could cause more positive pressure on the dollar and negative pressure on the equities, for all we know. And I was kind of looking at the same thing here for the 10-year, but what's funny about this one is it's kind of doing the opposite. Like, it's trying to hold something right now, but it's up against a bigger resistance that it held on before. So this used to be a really, really big support that's now resistance. So this could cause positive pressure to the equity market. So you have almost two different signals going on right here, for all we know. But we'll see. I'd like to see if this holds a higher low and builds off that, or does it just continue breaking down over time. Oh yeah, you don't gotta tell me about that one, bro. I was looking at I'll look at PG real quick. That actually still looks beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, I feel you on that one, bro. I was on XOM the other day. I was so happy with that open too. I was like, oh my god, this might actually go to like 103 today. Nope. I even recharted it because I was like, damn, this is a nice candle right here. That's a very strong bullish hammer, and it's had a very nice area of demand holding a recent low. So, I mean, technically it's still not bearish, but short-term trades definitely got screwed. But I would not be surprised if this held the low of this red candle right here, this one. And then over the next couple days, it just builds some like really small green days that open inside of each other. And then I think over the span of a couple days, I think you'll then see that get filled again. But I don't think they're going to make it obvious. I think they're going to do it like that. Again, that's if they don't just straight up dump this low and then move down towards that low and then maybe try to do the same thing here. I know, I'm an amazing artist. Drawing's on point. Took profits on spy calls, runner going until break of structure out, 20% spy calls. Good job, King Carnage and Dividend Bull. Yes, sir, we have some data again. 100% Daffy. I think once we get past that, we'll have a more clear direction. Good looks though. I wasn't worried about the play being like a loser or not, because I know that when you find plays, I know some of your initial plays can be like a feeler, and then those later plays, like I even did the math, like some of your plays you might have a loss on, but then your later on play of that same ticker will be like, I mean, like 10 times the percent. Sometimes it's pretty nutty. So I'm totally not worried about it, man. We're just gonna keep doing our TA. We're gonna keep hitting it consistently. Keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Keep progressing. Keep moving forward. Keep building our own higher lows. I didn't have time to post the news today, so let's do it today. See? But we knew about that last night, but most people don't know about it till the next day. That news is crazy. Yo, Tilray? Haven't seen that one in a minute. And then do after close. Who's that? Price Smart. Is that really their company logo? Is just this lady holding their card? I don't think I've seen too many people in a company logo like that. Because that's what that is company logo. Rocket Lab, let's go. Alright, let me send the news. Yo, good stuff, Eric. I just looked in chat and saw what you did. All right, so 10-year note. Hey, look, that's what we're looking at today. That's crazy. We just talked about that. Q4 revenue warning from Microchip Technology that was tied to a weakening economic environment, and Samsung Electronics indicating its Q4 operating profit will be lower than expected. I really don't care about that second half, but that first half, that's pretty interesting. Broad retreat after yesterday's rally. So we're just getting vague information. The only sector up right now is healthcare. Every other sector is down or sideways. God, I love that website. Yo, good stuff, Mel. See, Mel's not just a bear. Mel just likes money. Good morning, Zeke. Good to see you, man. How you doing? AMD new high of day. Good post by Dividend Bull. One of the few tickers moving higher right now. Of course, they're probably following with the Nvidia strength. By the way, great job to anybody who's in this from the Knox to call out. Glad I reread that this morning. I only reread that one out loud because that was something I also was looking at. So if he's going to call out a play, I'm going to follow it with him. Good job, though. Those are definitely up a lot more than 40% now. I know that. Tesla's still looking like crap underneath. Let's look at the retest. So you go from the low of the move to the low of the move before it kind of hit the reset. And it did. It's a midterm retest. This is going to keep going. If it holds a new low, that is gone. But the retest already hit for the 5 minute. What's that 1 minute look like? Oof. Yeah, that looks good. Bearish hammer. Engulfing steps in. Another one. Another retest. I mean, that's just so many bearish confirmations inside of that with lower highs. This is bearish pressure right here. Lower highs. Bearish candlestick, bearish candlestick, bearish candlesticks. Who has all seen the retest video? If you've seen the retest video, you know exactly how to analyze that Tesla breakdown under the Friday demand, as well as previous day lows. SPY pretty damn close to that. Remember I said they could just be going for this retest candle here as well as the 50%. So in your head, this is kind of what you should see as a first initial target from this higher low bounce. So we're kind of looking to see, does that get rejected? Does that get surpassed? What happens here? I guess I'll leave that highlighted for now. Apple's creating higher lows. Great call out by David Q. The market's largest weight creating higher lows is bullish. See if it continues. Sitting in some spry runners. Good stuff, Zeke. I actually did the opposite. I shorted this morning. Pretty early on at 6 minutes after open, and then just kind of took profits after the first 20 minutes of the day. Then, Daffy, a bunch of people from chat, went long on SPY. Noxton went long on NVIDIA. A lot of really good plays called out in here today. Nobody got to follow my shorts, of course. That was in premium, but everybody got to get an earful about the longs and NVIDIA and AMD and all that. It's funny, though, you know, all these really good, clear directional plays, and then you look at the board on the left side, and it's like, wow, everything's red. So, really nice to play the lower open. I feel like these are always the best plays for you guys because they're not as obvious to most people, and I feel like y'all aren't most people. I feel like when the market opens lower and we hold over our current day open, I feel like this is where a lot of you guys do the most damage because they're hidden. Nobody's going to be buying calls. Normal people, are not going to be buying calls or buying long positions above today's open. They're not thinking about stuff like that like you and me are. That's not their system. They don't have that advantage like you and me do. So they're not going to be trading it like that. Use your advantage. Not everybody is looking at current day open. Not everybody is looking at previous day close. Not everybody is looking at the overnight gap. These are all things we like to look at. Price history is our advantage. Use it. God, this music is putting me to sleep. Alright, let's see here. Anybody see the inside bar in the 5 minute? Which candle is it, everybody? Where's the inside bar on the 5 minute? Jacko, he said, give me attention. Member for 11 months. That is crazy. 1 month away from the full 12. Do you get a different color at 12? I'm gonna go look. You do. It's like a orange kind of color, I think. It's like dark orange. Or red. I can't really tell what that is. Orange or red. And then it looks like purple. And then like a maroon. Or hot pink. I can't... Some of these colors are weird. Damn, you'll be one of the few people with that star, Jack. Well, at least for a little bit. I'm sure some people will catch up eventually, but that's kind of funny. Inside bar at 1020. Let's see if you're right, Dividend. Yes, you are correct. This is the inside candle on the 5-minute. Great job. You're kind of colorblind. No, I am too. I can't see like oranges and reds that well because they mix. And here, look, I'll show you. I'm not actually colorblind, but sometimes I have like a weird condition where like oranges and reds mix. I don't even know what that's called. It's very rare. I don't even get any cool glasses or anything. But you see this color here? Like I can sometimes see that that's orange. But then I look at this color and I'm like, what the fuck? They're the same color. And then I look at this one, I'm like, okay, this one's a little darker, but it's like maroon. Like it mixes with this one. And then I look at this one, I'm like, okay, that's purple. That's clear as day purple. Like I can see that clear, but it looks just like that one at the same time. Like they mix a little bit. But yeah, it looks like you'll be getting this one. Whatever the hell that is. What the hell? You gotta be here for 24 months to get the next color. I think I can change these logos. I just never did because the stars look kind of cool. But yeah, make sure if you guys do have your membership to check this section. I've been trying to upload in here more and more and more and more. But this is the video I'm talking about, the 3 types of retest and how to trade each one. I would genuinely go check this video out if you have not already. This is probably going to be one of my best videos on any kind of topic, and I would say this is one of the best topics, retest trading. I feel like not a lot of people focus on this as much. But super amazing. We broke down short-term, single candle, mid-term, full retest. We broke down every kind of retest you could think of and how to draw them, how to identify them, how to trade them, where your invalidation points are at to stop you out in case it goes against you. All that great stuff. So definitely be sure to check that out if you have not already. Definitely one of my best videos. This one's quick. This one's not as quick, really informational. This one's kind of in between and very informational. And then, of course, the weekly watch list and stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. I post a lot of info for my YouTube guys. You're shade colorblind. Looking for higher lows on triple Q, Dividend Bull said. Yep, that's what we got to be looking for. By order of operations, we need to be looking for bulls to try to hold what they just retook. So in this case, on triple Qs, it'd be this. Or on SPY, to see what they retook. See, they had today's open, they pushed above it. So we're really kind of looking to see, do they continue holding over these red candles here where they push beyond. You're looking for higher lows on SPY right there. I don't have a background on my computer right now, that's weird. And then here is triple Q. Alright, what is everyone saying in here again? I just added 2 more 474 because I'm crazy. SPY 5-minute 9 trying to bounce. Good look, Zeke. Looks like React and Zeke are doing all the callouts for me. I don't gotta say anything. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, most traders, most people that run their own communities, most people who pay to be in a community, go to Twitter and look for plays. They're like, all right, well, what can I do here? Is there anything getting posted by anybody that I can try to take a play off of? Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, it's already done. It's in Discord. Everybody that you're working with, everybody who trades just like you, are not on Twitter. They're not online posting public posts like that. They're not out there. They're in Discord. They're posting their game plans there, or they're here in YouTube stream and they're working their ass off. Focus on people who are focused on the thing you are focused on. That's a pretty simple way of explaining that. Limit yourself to just the info you've been focused on. If I see a group of people over here and they're into baseball, and I'm not really into baseball, I'm into football, right? And I see this group of people that are into football, who the hell do you think I'm going to go talk to? The people who talk about baseball or the people who talk about football if I'm more into football? Football, right? Same thing for stocks. Same thing for trading. Same thing for your strategy. Should you really be fitting into other crowds just because you want to learn and see other point of views? Yeah, I get that. But that's really not helping you. It's just affecting you in so many wrong ways because you're going to start mixing information together. If you limit yourself to things you practice, if you limit yourself to the routine, to drawing charts, to practicing, reviewing, taking your trade, reviewing, all that good stuff, following the before, the during, the after, following how you draw your levels, the different entry types we focus on, if you just limit yourself to that, that will be your advantage. Because that's all you focus on. That's your constant, right? So anytime you make an emotional mistake, okay, that's going to happen here and there. But over time, it'll start happening less, right? And then you'll start being limited to just cold decisions like a computer would make, because you're just sitting there focused on your system. That's your advantage, to be systematically advantaged. But I want to see everybody focused on just, again, the levels, the types of entries, the candlestick patterns, the positioning of everything. Is it a low? Is it a high? Is it a higher low? Is it a lower high? Focus on these simple things. When you show up to football practice and they playing with a soccer ball, yo, that's how it be sometimes though. Especially down here in the South, man. We had a lot of people who played soccer here, and we literally practice football on soccer fields. Microsoft high or low, good call out by Zeke. And remember, guys, a lot of the times these guys are saying high or low, lower high and stuff they're calling out in here. A lot of us are short-term calling out things. Short-term confirmation, short-term information, because a lot of us are looking at intraday time frames, same-day time frames. Keep that in mind, too, and everybody's posting in here and trying to gather information. Amazon finally breaking out. Remember we talked about those highs and lows converging? Very nice move so far. Tesla doing the opposite. They've been loving doing that lately. But yeah, Tesla almost down into that 232 level. Remember we said if you want to take a trade on this, you need to aim for the halfway point of this range. Then you can aim for 232, 231.60s. So both targets on Tesla hit. As I went to post that in chat, Train132 typed, Tesla is on track for the lowest close since November 2023. Again, Tesla is on track for the lowest close since November of 2023. They're going back in time. I know that's only a couple months ago, but that's a lot of price action being taken out. Nvidia struggling. I think Nvidia and AMD are going to struggle because of everything else struggling. But we'll see if they continue on. Amazon's not having a problem going on its own. Meta not having a problem going on its own. Meta on fire. This makes me want to check sectors. Yeah, because healthcare is the only thing that's up. But you have comms working back towards their overnight fill. You have XLK working towards their overnight fill. Banks are not even attempting yet, but they are curling up, so that's a decent sign. Kind of the same story for discretionary, your Amazon, Tesla sector, and this is mostly due to the fact that a lot of its top weights are going against each other. Okay, that's a very clean view of the top weights. I hope that was helpful for some of you. That was actually very helpful for me. A lot of higher lows being formed on weights. It just might not give you the pop instantly. You might have to wait a little bit. So this was posted by a friend. This is one of the only pages I actually take away from, but it's because he's a good friend of mine. FS Trades on Twitter. He's got like 40,000 followers or something now. But he said tons of large market caps are coiled and primed for some directional range expansion. This is kind of in the direction we were talking. And then he said, if you add a week filled with macro catalyst to the mix, and I think we see some major move by the week's end. So he thinks, and this is kind of what I was saying the other day, I think we get a little bit of settling first, and then you get some more one-directional moves. So I think today, tomorrow, you might just get some settling. Now, don't get me wrong. Intraday charts, you're going to get great movement. You're still going to get great day trading, scalping opportunity. That's not going to change. But for swings, I think a lot of the bigger moves are going to happen towards the end of this week, beginning of next week, due to the fact that we are having CPI, PPI come out. And a lot of the time, we do get these dips before these reports come out because we've been moving up before the reports came out. So we end up getting these large moves up, then we end up dipping a little bit before they come out, and then based on what report comes out, that's the next direction we take. So if anything negative comes out, we end up probably holding or dropping lower and then building back up higher since we took the pain of the damage. And if it's good news, we'll most likely have a higher open that dumps and then tries to hold a higher low. So we'll see what happens. Of course, we have a lot of catalysts coming out this week, a lot of news, a lot of very important information. Also, your 10-year and your dollar are both green from open. A lot of talking, but I hope some of this stuff helps you guys. Still looking to see if this higher low is holding on SPY and Triple Q. Triple Q looking a lot better, of course, as they have been all morning. Alright, I guess I'm off that chart. This is crazy. This is literally what we talk about all the time. We talk about failed 40% entries and how sometimes they turn into the biggest reversals. You had a fail here. I mean, they closed under support. They closed under halfway point of that candle. That's a clear open range breakout. But they end up giving us a doji the next day. And then we get a higher open and a huge move to the upside. And now we have a lower open that's just looking like it's just holding inside of that candle. And this is kind of what I'm saying. Like, I genuinely believe, like, we'll probably hold above this support for a couple days. And then as news comes out, that's when we'll get our directional move. And it kind of adds to that point when you go to your bigger charts. Like, here's Apple. They're down in the next old supply, holding it as demand so far. So they're at a spot where they could get a bounce. Or where if they do break support, they could bleed a lot more. Microsoft doing the same thing. They've been in a squeeze for the past couple weeks. They're stuck inside of this range. It's a very large range, but it's a range. AMD, nice moves. They're not really a big market weight. Amazon, you can see they're at a spot of the chart where they kind of had a... Here, let me back this up more. They kind of had this move up, kind of sat to the side, then moved up again. They've retested, and they're holding the same area they bounced from last time, and here they are moving up again. So this is another chart that could be turning up for more, even if a higher low does come in. Tesla is kind of one of the few that isn't really doing it, but you could see even they are at a spot of the chart where there's a clear level of support. So, like I said, this is either where they hold and we get good bounces, or this is where we bleed a lot more from. But bigger moves are coming very soon. A lot of the bigger weights are telling us this. But I wanted to include that message from him because I thought that was very interesting. Or that post, not message. What does the inside bar tell you on a lower time frame like the 5-minute? Good question. So something you'd be looking out for. Now, this isn't the greatest example here because it's not really in a good spot. Right now, we're above bullish support, so you're not really looking for shorts just yet until you get more information. But let's go over this for an example's sake. Tine. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. So you're focused on the high of this candle. Focused on the high of this candle because this is the inside. Making you some ugly lines here. Bottom of that candle and bottom of this candle. So what you're looking out for is essentially a break up. So sometimes the distance is different too. So this example is the one I'm focused on. But in this example, you normally would trade from here to here, but since there's not enough room, you need to see more information about both, not just a break, but also maybe a retest. And maybe you don't get the retest, but the break is still information because this is essentially an inside of the candle retest. Same thing goes for here. You end up getting a nice break of this. They end up breaking the support. No close under, no close under. Close over. You're still looking for a move for this, actually. This hasn't actually done anything. But essentially, you're trading off of the outside of this and the inside of the candle. If you need to check out the inside bar video, I definitely recommend that. The inside bar video is good for any time frame. If you trade it on the daily, it should be how you traded on the 5-minute. They should have no difference. The only difference is, of course, going to be the pacing, because, you know, the daily candle's an entire day. 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. Keys fishing a high day, probably going to have a sick inside bar. I'll leave that there, for example. We'll see what it does. I just thought it was interesting because they're just a sign of slowdown. Let me try to make that more vague. They're a sign of slowdown. They're like a 50-50 signal. So like when you see one and it's against a resistance, the only thing going through my head is that it might be slowing down, and whether that's to build up more energy to build up a new leg up, or because that really is where it's slowing down and wants to make a lower high and reject. Awesome. So I see it as like kind of an initiator. I see it as like a warm up. You know, it's warming me up for, hey, there's about to be a signal possibly popping up on your chart soon. Make sure you pay attention. Like that's how I see inside bars. I don't see them as something that you should be jumping into every time you see one. Yeah, they hit new high of day. Let's see if they hold it. They're trying so hard. No problem. That was a good question. Actually, is the inside bar video not... Oh, that's right. It's not public. It's... My bad. I probably shouldn't have said that. It's only on the course and in the private section, I think. But if you do have either of those, I would watch that video. Because I did an inside bar video, and then Leland paired it with an outside bar video. And so we both covered each one. And we cover on both bigger and smaller time frames how to trade them, what you should be looking at, what levels are important. How to chart it, you know, once you get those levels around those two candles, what else is there, you know, what else to look at. And we go over all of that. So if you do have access to those videos, I highly recommend it, because the outside bar and inside bar, a lot of the time when you see those on the daily, end up becoming some of your most powerful day trades that next day on the smaller time frames, because you're using such simple levels, but they're very effective. Simple and effective has got to be the epitome of the stock market. It's when you make things so complex that it doesn't make sense and things start to run buck wild, and next thing you know, you got confirmations all over your screen. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what to call what. So it's just nice to keep it simple, and the inside bar, outside bar can be very effective. Is it on your first course? No, it's the cheaper one. It's the second one. I do believe it's a video on this channel, though. Let me find this for you. I'm not trying to like sell you on anything. I genuinely just keep forgetting that's not a public video. Membership. Let's see. Inside bar. Yeah, we have like some videos on my channel, but none of them are the two I'm trying to talk to you about. Yeah, they are only on that second course, I guess. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's a members only video. How to chart and trade the inside bar. Yeah. From 2 months ago. Damn, that video's got some time on it now. Wow, this has got to be my most liked members video by far. So normally my members don't like videos, but that's because I tell them like it really doesn't do anything. Like if you want to show recognition, cool. But this is by far the most likes I've gotten on a members only. This is where only people signed up can see it. That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. I unlisted it for the course. Oh, okay, maybe that's what I did then. Oh, that's right, because I made mine, and then later on you were like, I'm going to make the outside bar. And then I was like, well, we need to put these together. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. See, Leland has better memory than me. But did you guys enjoy me deleting the chart and just redrawing everything with you? Do you guys want to see me do that more when I start my streams? Because it really doesn't take that much time. It's not that hard on me, and it actually is kind of fun to do because it kind of gives you more context on what's in front of you. You know, by you deleting the chart and redrawing everything and getting the information again, it kind of like puts it back into your system. Like, hey, this is all the good stuff. Make sure you focus on the good stuff. I did it for Spy. I did it for Tesla today. We could try to do it for more charts tomorrow stream. I'd like to do the triple Qs and maybe SPX if you guys want to do those tomorrow. Maybe IWM the next day and Apple. Maybe we'll just go down the list. We'll do like 2 or 3 a day. I also found a cool game for us to play on Friday's stream. That it's normally for Twitch only, but I found a use for it for YouTube streams that I think a lot of you guys will find enjoyable. So we'll play a new game on Friday. I'll give you a hint. It's Marbles. But there's a game called Marbles on Steam for streaming to people, and it's for like giveaways and just to kind of have fun. And I think when I do a giveaway or a membership giveaway or whatever, I think I'm going to do that with you guys next time. Because it's definitely a lot more enjoyable to look at than a spinning wheel. And yes, I know you guys are probably addicted to the spinning wheel, but I found something that's cooler. I think y'all will enjoy it. But yeah, just look up Marbles on stream or Marbles on Twitch or whatever, and you'll see what it looks like. It's pretty stupid, but I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do that for Friday's stream. I think after this week, I will return to my normal schedule. I've been very busy with typing signals in chat and typing trade ideas and chart links and helping other people. I've been doing a lot in Discord, so I haven't really been doing that many full day streams anymore because of that fact. But hopefully in the near term we can go back to the normal routine of doing a couple full day Friday streams or a couple full day streams here and there. But I've been enjoying myself with typing in Discord a lot more. It's been fun kind of interacting with all my traders a lot more. On YouTube, it's to only some extent because you guys can't post charts in here. It's just pure updates and then hearing me talk. And then, of course, this amazing music you guys hear every day. But in the Discord, it's a lot more fun to interact with you guys because I can engage more. I can truly see what you're looking for, what you're looking at, because you can post your charts, you can update them, you can reply to them. Like when you post a chart and then it goes up in the morning and then, you know, it's a couple hours later, you can go back up to that message, right click it, and then reply to it, and that could be your update. Like, hey, from this post, this happened, or it doesn't even have to be for a trade. It can literally just be to give more information on the chart that you've been progressively giving us updates on. You know, oh, this happened this day, this happened this day, this happened this day. So it's just nice to kind of, again, tell the story of the chart, getting context. Which that kind of leads me into my next point. If you guys go to the YouTube channel, again, my bad, go to this video here. I'm not joking. You need to listen to what I say here like 10 times over. It's very helpful. It's helped me a lot too, the context of things. But it's how price action storytelling is like the Big Lebowski. It's like a movie. But it's all about context. That's what this video talks about. Context, having context. You know, so make sure you watch that or at least hear it. And then honestly, I'd check out this video, the supply to demand video. I thought was pretty interesting because those are some of the most awkward days for a lot of you. I think I see a lot of the chat's biggest losses or weirdest losses when those days happen. So I think a lot of you guys need to tack those down or at least understand that they are possible. So check out those two videos if you are a member on the channel. Sign up if you have definitely not signed up yet. I highly recommend it. It's one of the few services of mine that I highly promote because it's something I truly do put my blood, sweat, and tears into. If you want to sign up, just hit join on my channel. It's only $4.99. But very, very, very helpful because we post a lot of information. We do streams, we do videos, we do watch lists, all that good stuff. And Bueller market news like today. Oh yeah, true. And I do go over market news. Marbles, a lot of fun, big on Twitch. Yeah, I was late to it. How to hack a marble game Twitch. Already looking how to win the system. Comfort education. Stay for the music. You're hilarious, B-Ferg. CVX stat. No way. Fue, 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 fue. Oh, I don't know why I thought he meant like to the up, like it's going up testing it. Never mind, I can believe this. This is crazy though. After the higher open on CVX and XOM, look how much pain those have brought. Ugh. It's funny though, man. I'm still sticking by what I said. Like, I won't be surprised if these end up holding short term and moving back up. Last time we talked about it was way back here, and look, it's identical. You know, it makes its low. It takes a lot more time, but it makes its higher low, builds higher lows again off of that, and then slowly works itself up back to the top. So it's kind of stuck in this range, but it's like it's building its base, made its first impulse move, and now it's looking to make its higher low. So I think over the next month or so, you're either going to see this hold this support as a higher low and build back up, and you'll probably see 150s, 160s again, or we might finally see the breakdown of structure. And if you do see that, where's the lowest low? There it is, 140s. That would be your trigger for, okay, this is probably falling a lot more. You also have earnings coming up towards the beginning of February, so keep that in mind too. It might be leading up to that as it cascades, could be leading up to it before earnings start. And then wait for that earnings move. But yeah, very interesting. And it looks like you have a short-term confirmation of the inside bar finally after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. But we're still looking for the more important support to break. Again, this is where price pushed back over and held over. So this is the level that needs to break. The inside bar, again, is just an initiating signal. Hey, sellers are trying to step in, but they haven't broken anything yet. Hopefully that makes sense. You think of Squid Games whenever you think of marbles? When were there marbles in... You actually got me thinking about that now, because I've watched that like twice. Crazy. I'm not gambling. I'm not grabbing weekly. Sorry, I read that wrong. On oil again. Maybe 3 to 4 weeks out. Yeah, it's just because it's a slow mover. You know, you never know if you're buying the right move or not. Volume week is fook. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you just have a short-term breakdown. It hasn't actually broken anything. It's just breaking its short-term structure it has right there. If bears want to step in, they need to break that yellow line. That's the lowest yellow line on the screen. Oh, that's right. I do remember that now, Leland. I don't know why I'm thinking of the rope and falling down. I'm thinking of the cliff. I'm thinking of like all the other games. I did not even think about that one. Yeah, because that one guy got tricked. No spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it by now, you're just slow. But yeah, no. Squid Games is actually pretty good. Like, for a 1 or 2 time watch, I don't know if I'd care for a second season or watching it more than that, but for like a one-time experience, that was a really good show. I can't believe I forgot about that marble game. Look at Microsoft 5-minute wick, crazy. This is why I don't understand why people don't use previous day close. Like, how are you going to sit there and tell me previous day close isn't useful when you see shit like that? I don't know, it's just, it's kind of funny. That's probably the most useful level. Previous day close, previous day open, current day open. Those 3 levels alone are powerful. Because they're pivot points. They're opening prints. It's the start of a new day. It's the finish of a day, right? So these are going to be some of your biggest levels every single day. Good eye on that wick rejection, Zeke. The platform? Why do I feel like I know what that is? Oh, I saw this. I saw this. No, that movie's crazy. I think I've seen it twice too. That movie's crazy. That movie is not for the weak stomach. If you have weak stomach or you can't look at blood, you cannot watch that movie. That was just luck, bro. Previous day closed just a little because that's where the day ended. It means nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's what people say, but let them think that. We all know the advantage. My plan was grabbing calls here, the lower high making me weary, so I'll mental rep it. Good thinking, Timmy. I like your mindset, man. Seriously. Honestly, you should have some confidence in this, but maybe give it some more information first. I like where your head's at, Timmy. Yeah, it's good. I like how in one part of that comment dividend, you're like, yeah, the platform, that really scary movie you're talking about, yeah, that movie's good. And then, comma, yeah, Bar speaks at 11. So let's see here. He does. Can I click that? I'm sorry, is Michael Barr a woman? What? Women in Housing Finance Incorporated. Oh, I guess they're the ones hosting the event. It just kind of like threw me off. You click on that Fed link with Barr, and you just go straight to Women in Housing and Finance. Like, huh? Damn, you get charged for being at these events? The Fed's like, we can't stop you at taxing you and all that stuff. We also need to charge you at the front door. What the hell? Nah, React, you were right. That's why I never sat here and said, no, React, you need to cut your law. Like, nah, because we haven't broken anything yet. Some short-term pullback came, yeah, but I mean, we didn't break anything. We're literally holding the most bullish area of the chart here. You know, we had our lower open. That's very scary. We even broke lower. Very scary. But then we held it, moved over. So this is where they need to hold, is this yellow line. That's to the cent where they're holding right now. Even with the inside bar, short-term confirmation, they're still holding that. So looked like we had initiator down to support, and now off this support, we can see what's going to happen next. Are they going to build off this and break higher? Are they going to slow down, then build a higher low from here and break off that? What's going to happen? Are they going to fall through support right after? Nowadays, I don't know if anyone is a woman. Spy 5-minute flag setting up for a breakout test. Good call out by Zeke. Thank you for the information again, brother. See what everybody in Discord's saying. People's great post on Trade Floor. Oh, I see Zeke also got his little flag posted in there too. Good stuff, guys. Thank you for posting that there. Leland, that's funny you sent me that. That's literally what that's literally what People's posted in Trade Floor too. He put that same thing. Oh, you're not even posting that. You're looking at something different. You're talking about the thing you and me make fun of. Lee then said, you see how SPY closed just below the wick of that 930 hammer and now rocketing? That's why I was focused on this, the shoulder. Because if you followed this, let me take some of these lines off. It's kind of hard to look at. Come on. Actually, I guess I could leave that one. But what I was thinking too is like, this is order of operations easy. Like if you've seen the order of operations video, I probably should make that video public. That's how strong that video is. But you have the lower open, They move up, whatever. They move down. Okay, they broke today's open. That's very bad. That's bearish. If we get any kind of rejection here or any continuation away from this, it's definitely going to be bloody. They end up rejecting it, right? But then the next candle retakes. So not a complete rejection, just a nice wick against it, reacting to it, and then they do retake. Another scary reaction, and then they do retake again after another scary wick, because this kind of had people thinking like, oh, okay, this is where it finally dumps, I think. Nope. Ends up holding. Makes that new high, right? So I see this as the spot where if buyers can, like the meat over this candle, the meat over this candle, all of the open, like I see it like this. The meat here all the way to this kind of meat of that red candle. Like as long as that holds, it should be bullish. But in that instance, they can also break this, do an inside of the range retest, and break it lower. You know, so the same thing can happen. But if you were someone who was focused on like, oh, this recent low, and then you were like, oh, it's breaking lower. Yeah, I mean, short term it did move lower, but I mean, in reality, it didn't really do much from there, though. You know, this entry is worthless. So anybody who got into shorts too early, because we're still above today's open, that's bullish. We're above today's open, that's bullish. Sorry to tell you that. We're above it. Holding it with the green candle now, and even trying to hold the initial low that they lost. That probably got some people short-term bearish again right there. But no, that's what Leland's talking about, though, is breaking lower under the base, but not actually breaking anything that turns it bearish. It just broke a short-term low. You're still holding a very nice higher low. But yeah, hopefully that breakdown was helpful to some of you. Thank you, Leland, for pointing that out again. This is something me and Leland have gone over a million times kind of together in our own conversations. So it's kind of fun to go around and talk about this with you guys too, because failed 40% entries a lot of the time do turn into very strong vice versa trades. Like if you're in a breakdown and it's a 40% entry that breaks support, right? And then it moves back up above it that very next candle. A lot of the time it does pump a little bit from there, and it does give you a very profitable scenario. I'm not going to say every time it pumps and you get big gains. No, sometimes it's 5, 10, 15% gains, but a lot of the time it's a lot larger than that because not a lot of people are looking to trade that move. It just broke support. It's retaking support. Everyone's scared. Everyone's fearful. Everyone's hesitant. So only smart money is going to be taking advantage of money that's still sitting there, sitting in a trade, or telling themselves that it's doing something that it's not. So that's why it's nice to be in those trades. But it's nice to kind of talk about those here. On a stock like AMD, do you trade off the 1 minute for retest of supply and demand zones? I mean, that's really personal preference, CJ. I don't want to sit here and be like, yep, that's all I would do on that one, because then you're going to think, oh, I should only be trading that. It's personal preference. Personally, yeah, I do. I like the 1 and the 5 minute. I like to pair those together, and I can do that on any of these tech charts. It's not just AMD. But yeah, personally, yeah, I would love AMD on the 1, the 5 minute, because you can get like your 5 minute confirmation here. Like let's say you get a break of structure right here, right? And then they slow down. I can grab a fib from the high of this move. Let's say it's here, just for example's sake. And then this is the low. And if price goes back up to this point and gives me any kind of rejection, I'm on the 1 minute for that. I'm drawing my information on the 5, but I'm going to the 1 minute to see, all right, did it come back up here and did it give me a bearish candlestick pattern? Did it give me lower highs? Did it give me something to go off of that I can realistically tell myself is bearish? Then I will get into that trade. So if you want to use like a bigger time frame to kind of initiate something for you and then zoom down to the 1 minute so you can see everything happening live, yeah, go ahead. But like I said, it's personal preference. Some people don't like that. Some people have to stay on the 5 minute. Some people can only be on the 1 minute. Some people can't do or don't prefer, I should say, looking at that time frame, you know? So it really is personal preference. This is why I say getting mental reps. You know, it's not like, oh, this one time frame is absolutely going to be correct every time it does this. No, sometimes it's not going to be. It's just going to fail and you're going to have to cut for a small loss. It's just the reality. Nothing's going to be perfect. So really what I'm saying is get some reps. You know, if you're going to focus on AMD 1 minute or 5 minute or whatever time frame you're looking at, get some reps on that time frame. Some mental reps, some paper rep, whatever you got to do to get yourself some reps on seeing what you're trying to go for, and then you can try to go for it live. I wouldn't just try to go for a live trade, you know, if you're just now testing the 1 minute on a ticker you don't typically use that time frame on, if that makes sense. I'm basically just saying practice more, and then you can try to use it more. But please, be comfortable. Yeah, personal preference, seriously, that has got to be the biggest thing about this system that I think a lot of people overlook. It's like, yeah, there is one way to draw the levels. There's one way to draw the supply and demands. There's one way to do this. There's one way to read this chart, right? But There's also 100 other ways you could add on to that, though. If you throw an indicator on it, if you are looking at the traditional trade the rest of us are looking at, so if you're looking at a different time frame compared to everyone else or compared to how you normally do, so it's really up to you. Thank you. I've been trying to use both together for better entries. Appreciate the advice. No problem, CJ. Make sure to scroll through the membership videos, too. I'm not joking, guys. There's like 40, 50 plus live trading videos in there that have me doing the exact thing, that CJ just asked right there. It's literally me going on the 5 minutes, zooming down to the 1 minute. And I know there's a lot of content there. I'm not getting on to anybody. But please take your time to go through that stuff. There's a lot of content on that exact topic. Let's see what's next. That line is what I was looking at heavy. We set up resistance, failed to break, made a lower high, then pushed past. Now we got a retest. Okay, good looks, Timmy. Following the trend. Leland, are you old enough to drink beer? Yes, he's older than me, so yeah. I'm older than him, reader. Creator. Shit. Creator. Oh my god, peoples. Trading in the 30-second one. Any advantage on it? Wait, what? Trading on the 30-second. Any advantage on it? I personally don't trade on the 30-second, so I don't know. I would say there's no bigger advantage or disadvantage, I would say, because again, it's exactly like I said. It's something you should practice. If you're going to look at a certain time frame, you should practice that certain time frame. You don't just jump into it one day, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You got to practice, right? So I don't know. There might be an advantage to it. It might not be. Wait, Leland, was that a legit question? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll bring you on. I didn't know to take you serious or not, so I didn't want to pressure you. What's going on, sweet thing?
Can you hear me?
Oh my god, you sound beautiful. Can you guys hear him? I just want to double check with everybody in stream. Can you guys hear the one and only?
Rose, long apple.
Oh, he's saying my ears. Hold up, I'll probably turn you down. Say like the ABCs or something.
ABC 1, 2, 3. The mouse ran up the tree.
All right, is that better, guys? I adjusted the volume. I did recognize instantly that was very loud for you all. 150 decibels, yeah. It really was like that.
Is it better now?
Yeah. It should be better now. I think your voice was too loud. It's set too damn high.
Yeah, I just wanted to join because we were talking about those failed breakouts. I just wanted to talk about what I think is going on when those happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like on SPY, we were looking at the 5 minute, but kind of easier to see on the 1 minute.
Gotta go to the 1 minute then. I'll let you talk. I'll just display.
So that, or I guess the 5 minute works too, but that first low we were talking about from that hammer, I think that's like early buyers trying to buy the dip back to that level you have marked in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens there is like on that second low that dips just below it, those early buyers have like their sell stop losses there. And then the big money buyers are buying their stop losses, which is providing that liquidity, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So like people will say that the market's rigged because they're stop hunting, so to speak, but that's just how the market moves. Like the big buyers need volume to actually get into trades, and that's just how it works. Like they'll take those stop losses as the liquidity. So like once you understand that type of stuff happens all day, And even look at that first low after we opened at 8:45. Same thing happened there. We broke that. Yeah, we broke like below the open, and that's all stop losses getting hit right there too. So people think like they're going short there, but in reality, they're hitting stop losses to go long.
Yeah, that's because they had to feed me, man. I was shorting. They had to feed me my money.
Exactly. And it's good. It's okay to like be short into that. It's just you have to like recognize that if they retake those lows and then start to build that higher low like they did at what time is that 9:05, you have to just recognize what's happening. You have to just constantly be monitoring that stuff. And like look at SPY now. We just did a high a day after we did that little stop hunt that we were talking about.
Yep, they're finally hitting that area I talked about. It's about damn time. Good job, React, sticking to what you said. React this entire time has been in calls. He averaged down. He's still in. And he gave himself reasoning to stay in the trade, not just saying, I hope it comes back up. I hope I make money. Good job, React.
To check on my runner. I want to see 4750 on SPX. Or 4752. That's the midpoint of the gap down.
Ever since this point on the chart, everybody, we have been saying that this is most likely going to go up to at least hit the bottom of this retest from previous day or the halfway point, which is from the overnight gap. It's again from the previous day close to today's open, and it's just the halfway point of that. Price is hitting that general vicinity. So if you guys did take that play from earlier, this is a great time to trim and just kind of sit back and see what's next. Get some more information.
And by the way, even if you look carefully at that candle that you just highlighted, the same thing I talked about just a minute ago happened there. It wicked down below the previous candle, grabbing that liquidity before moving up and making that new high. I think it's the 9:05 candle. Yeah, that one right there. See the wick below, the red one?
Oh, yeah.
The bottom wick? Same thing happened. Wicked down, grabbed those stop losses, then moved up.
Pretty crazy move.
Yeah.
And they made it not obvious. Like, all this, like, ranging is to make it not obvious or to make it to where, like, not as much money is sitting in this by the time they actually do make it go up more. Make that next leg up. Make that next extrinsic value type move.
I love trading. God. I just love stuff like this. Like the little intricacies, tiny little wicks like that means so much, but so many people ignore it.
Dude, Benny just took a trade. Benny said, "Let's go, Bueller. First trade of 2024. Took so much patience, but I finally got a tiny piece of the move I wanted." And React's killing it too. There's React's gains. That's what I was waiting for. Rubs hands together.
Moves like that were happening all day yesterday too. Like they were breaking below little intraday lows just to grab more liquidity and move it higher and higher.
All right, what we got here? Mike's still on. Okay.
And actually, still on that topic, can you show the daily really quick?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I got you. I mess with you.
Be that way.
Fuck you too then. Daily. I'm on the daily. We're at low.
Mark the low of that big
Uh,
outside bar that's like a one black crow.
that one?
Literally the same thing I was just talking about happened on a daily scale. You see those two like inverted hammer, I
Oh,
guess you
okay.
call them.
This is what I talked about in my video yesterday that I posted. I was talking about how it did this too.
Yeah,
Your conversation
that
just
happens
stuck
on
to
every
me.
time frame.
Yeah, it's because what I was saying is like, yeah, this is bearish, but it's like, well, we don't have anything else. Like that's it. All we have is the initial like, hey, sellers are here. But you don't have like a really good retest on bigger time frames saying like, yeah, we broke structure and this is the retest of that break of structure. This is literally us trying to break structure. So it's gonna be a little right? And then you end up getting the most indecisive candle right after.
Yeah,
That makes perfect sense after this type of candle. And then you get this type of reaction. Crazy move. But it all makes sense. It all makes so much sense based on what you've been talking about.
exactly. And you see, I think so. The people that went long on that hammer on December 21st,
Mm-hmm.
that's their stop losses that got hit all below that level, below 470. They
Pain.
all stopped out there, and then the move happened.
Apple broke over its open. That's what he just said.
So long story short, it pays to be patient.
Apple looking explosive as it tries to hold 184s again. See if that trend continues. You were like, can I join stream? I was like, he's just pulling my leg. He doesn't want to join stream.
It's hard to like say everything I want to say just in a small box on YouTube.
He's like, damn it, Billy, you're explaining it wrong.
No, no, you're doing fine. I just had little things I wanted to add. By the way, Nvidia is ridiculous.
Yeah, that thing's going to go to 700. No doubt. No, thank you, Zeke. I can delete my little oval now. They're just going to shove it through the golden pocket. They're not even going to give anybody that second slow retest again. They're like, no. We're not making it obvious once. This time we're making it obvious because now we're going to make you miss it again. Yep, there it go.
Yes, sir. Fill that gap. There's
Just,
Daffy doing Daffy things.
yeah, I saw that just now. I was going to say, though, it's a nice normality to see after price holding its open that it can reach the halfway point of its gap down overnight move. That's like a normal piece of like information to me now. Like, and that's how it should be for everyone here. Like if you get the break over today's open and we had a gap down, you're probably going to the halfway point at the very least, right? And if it does break down, it's going to happen from one of those spots, from either once it tests it, once it fails to hold the test going to it, or it doesn't hold the open at all. So you have such simple things to look at, and this is why I like that order of operations video so much, because it literally breaks this down. It talks about what things in what order you should be looking at. That being one of them. By the way, the NVIDIA weeklies that we called out in the stream and from Noxta and Lifetime Chat, the weekly contracts are up 80% now.
Jeez.
Ryan, sorry, I just saw what you said. You might need to restart the stream or restart something because I had a couple people say the same thing and then they restarted and they came back and I was perfect volume for them. So I'm not really sure why that's happening today, but I have not changed any audio settings. Well, besides there not being music, I guess I did turn off the fact there's music. Aloha said she got kicked from the stream a few times too. Yeah, I think it's YouTube server, guys. I'm serious. Like, I genuinely have not had issues since I got these new settings in my recording system. So I'm genuinely concerned that it's YouTube servers just being that bad. We might actually have to move to Kick or Twitch over time, which I know a lot of you probably don't want to do. I don't want to do that either. I like YouTube. I want YouTube to work.
You hear that, YouTube? That's a threat.
You hear that, YouTube? I'll leave you if you don't change. I love you, but damn it, you need to love yourself.
I will cancel my premium.
I will tell my chat to get off this shit app.
Susan are op.
Innovate YouTube? Oh, dude, if they hired me, I would take the lowest pay job ever. I'm not even asking for a lot of money. I just want to fix this app. They can give me $40,000. I don't even care salary. I'm not even asking.
It's funny because I know a developer that works at YouTube.
Bro, tell him I would work there for free.
Do better, bro.
It's probably not even his fault. Like, it probably genuinely is, like, a lot of the overhead stuff. Like, they probably have them do certain things and limit.
I think he works at Gmail now, but
okay.
it's still funny.
Damn, from YouTube to Gmail, this guy's got a crazy fucking history, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's smart.
Yeah, I'd say to work for those two.
I worked with him for a startup in Silicon Valley for like 6 months. And then he was like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm going to work for Google. I'm like, what?
I'm going to go be successful. Fuck all of you. So, you never heard from him again after that?
I haven't talked to him in years now. He's probably driving around in a Ferrari or something right now.
Mel, if you don't know Leland's voice by now, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If he worked for Google and YouTube, what do you do, Leland? Oh God, creator asking the questions.
I sit at home in my pajamas all day, every day.
And makes probably more than that. Nah, Leland could have worked for Google by now, but he doesn't apply himself in that direction because he applies himself in his own direction that allows him to do whatever he wants whenever he wants, makes as much as he wants,
I'm lazy.
and he can go on vacation whenever he wants. He likes his own freedom. It's not that you're lazy. You like your freedom. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I'm putting it the
I like freedom
way. Yeah. I mean, your girlfriend's the same way though. Like, she has a job that pays. I mean, she probably makes more than you for all I know. And y'all don't.
Yeah, she will for sure.
Y'all aren't like doing certain things to where like, oh, you have to do this forever. Like, you go on vacations all the time, dude. Y'all have freedom. You'll have freedom. You have power, and you're both disciplined. You both work your ass off.
Speaking of, I gotta go pick her up.
Pick her up in your Ferrari?
Yeah. Yeah, the Toyota Tacoma Ferrari.
Nice. All right, well, I'll let you go. I'm not going to be on stream much longer anyway, but thank you for tuning in, man, and dropping some extra info in here. I appreciate that, and yeah, everything, really.
No worries. Looks like a nice 3-bar play setting up.
It does look like a nice 3-bar play, which is bullish, guys.
I'll be listening still, but just not talking.
All right. Have fun at the private airport.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God he's gone. Whew. Oh, God. That guy. That guy. He's still in here. Hey, watch it. 5 seconds after he's gone. Thank God. By the way, guys, check out the trade floor. Really awesome post in here by my boy Username. I love Username. But he's using a fib from the high to the low of day. Price is now moved back up, and he's looking for selling pressure under 235.50 because that would be bearish. Good looks, Username. Very clean. And if it invalidates over, it invalidates over. Nice moves. Nice post. Daffy posted a dollar chart. More info on his SPY play. By the way, guys, another free play posted in chat, and this is why I say it's beneficial to be in the trade floor, regardless of a membership. Plays are also posted here as well, following the system. Again, it's not really about, oh, Benny took my play, oh, React followed my play. It's not about that. Did they understand why they took it? That's what's important to me, and a lot of these guys are getting it now, and it's really nice to see. But also at the same time, a lot of free plays are posted in the kind of mix of all those things. You know, when everyone's working together and progressing, everyone's kind of posting the direction everyone thinking price is going to go in. So it's really easy to follow, not just the plays posted in here, but the bias of my chat. And it's not really ever biased. You'll see my guys switch back and forth because it's like that sometimes. You know, if we end up losing today's open, we're flipping short. I'm not staying long anymore. If we get up into these highs and show a high and a lower high and selling pressure, we're not long anymore. We're flipping short. Or hesitant, you know, we're just kind of sitting cash at that point. But I like that about the chat. You can just go in there and you can pick up on what everyone thinks instantly. Yeah, that is okay with me, Leland. I would love to have you on more streams, man. Hey, your runner just hit. Good job, Timmy. Break of that lower high trend, that retest, the continuation up. Good job, Timmy. I remember you talking about that down here when we saw that break lower and you were saying I might just do one or go light or just do a mental. It looks like ever since then, it's been perfect. It made it up into that halfway point. And like Leland said before he left, we might even be seeing a 3-bar play that sends this a little bit higher. But remember, guys, we had a lower open, we built base, and we made one move up to the halfway point. They don't have to do anything else. So keep that in the back of your mind, too. Could we go all the way up to previous day close? Yeah. 'Twas mental out 50 and 90%. Kick ass, Timmy. Round of applause, everybody. That right there is what I like to see. When you guys are in your growing process, when you're in the middle of learning, when you're in the middle of just trying to get to the point of trading in a live account all the time, you don't need to be taking live trades all the time. And look at Timmy. He's the perfect example. Thank you, Timmy, by setting that example. But he didn't jump into this trade. He was a little hesitant on it. So what does he do? Does he just gamble his money and just guess? No. He just sits there and he gets a mental rep, a paper rep, and he sits there and he gets that rep regardless of actually putting his money at risk. It doesn't matter. Because right now, making more money is not the goal. Learning is the goal. Round of applause to Timmy, everybody. Seriously. That is not easy to do, and it's not easy to post out loud like he just did. A lot of us, including me, including all you guys, are sometimes too pretentious to post, oh, I'm in this trade and I'm down 15%. It's hard to post when you're wrong. It's hard, right? It's hard to post when you're being scared. It's hard to post when you're being hesitant. But what is important? Being scared or getting that rep? Getting that rep. Not making more money. It's not about making more money. It's about getting that rep. That is more important, and that is something you do not see a lot of people do, because that is something that only true traders will do. Timmy is a true trader. Right now, is he trading a live account 24/7? No. Is that the only aspect that makes someone a real trader? Also no. What makes someone an actual trader, everybody? Discipline, having a system in place, sticking to it, following it day in, day out. That is trading. It's not just about making money. Love you too, Timmy. Thank you for setting an example, man. Seriously. I'm very proud of you for that. Mel, I saw your SPX swing, man. How you feeling? Is the blood still flowing? Not breaking your rules? Exactly. Wish I was yesterday. Good. Good to hear, Mel. Good to hear. I saw you swing SPX overnight, and honestly, I was going to comment on you, but then I saw you had done it before, so I was like, you know what? I'll let him do it. And then you ended up getting a really nice dub on that, so I'm proud of you for that. And you didn't just hold it all day. You know, you saw that we dumped lower, and you took your advantage. I like that. Back to small trades. Good. That's what I like to hear. That's awareness, Mel. You have your gains for the day. There's no need to do anything else, right? But we know you want to trade more. So what can we do? Trade light. Go for some small gains here and there. Go for some small opportunities here and there. Just adding the cherry on top. You already got your ice cream. Good stuff, Mel. But guys, with that, I am going to end the stream there. I do appreciate the hefty amount of support in here. Thank you guys for dropping likes on the stream. We had almost 200 people joining here again. Tomorrow, we'll redo the spy chart together. We'll clean it up. We'll delete it all. We'll redo it from nothing. Again, we'll go over it from square one. We'll do the same thing on the triple Qs. We'll do the same thing on SPX. We'll do the same thing on IWM. We'll try to do all 4 of those tomorrow, actually, so we can do that. Maybe we'll try to make more of a habit of doing that so more people are on the same page. But guys, thank you guys again. Please tune into the Discord. It's free to join. You can sign up if you want. You don't have to. But it's at least free to join in here and engage with everybody. I would at least do that. But welcome to the community. Welcome to the group. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you end up tuning into here, I will see you there. Later on, guys.